My skin is black.
What you looking
My
at?
skin is black.
I feel so good to be black right now.
Welcome to episode 157 of the Black in Fashion podcast.
Yes.
Okay, I got Oyinkan with me today. Oyinkan. Did I mess it up that quick?
You just missed the end, girl.
So man, this pissed me off. This is gonna be a good one, y'all. So,
I like to have fun. So
yes, we do. Okay, so first of all, I want to say, like, of course, send in your black notes, guys.
I love your earrings.
Yes,
Girl, yes, come on, earrings. Come on,
trying.
go drunk. Come on.
Girl, you know, I'm
Hello, go never hurt nobody.
right.
Hello, go never
Hurt nobody, right? So I want to make sure you guys are sending in your black notes. We want to hear from you. Like, we want you to send in, like, any challenges or any obstacle you're having so that we can, of course, address any issues that you're having. And, of course, we want you to send in your I, M, B, and F campaigns. What does it mean to be black in fashion to you? So, I met this... What?
Lindsay
Peoples, yeah.
Yes, with her Black in Fashion
Council.
article.
Oh, yes. You
Like
know what's
5 years?
Yes.
3 years, 5 years ago.
So that article came out right before I started this podcast. So I literally was like doing like my little outlines and stuff like that, like getting this podcast started. And that damn article came out and I was like, wow. To me, it was a sign.
Oh,
definitely. It was a sign. I was like,
Yeah.
you got to do this. Like this Black in Fashion article, you got to do this.
Right.
So, and I had been thinking about it a long time, but that
Right.
article for me was confirmation. And I think my first couple episodes, I dissect a lot of those different inserts from different people, and I was posting them on our podcast page in the beginning, just like the little ones, like like screenshotting a lot of the anonymous ones and stuff like that. So yeah, it definitely inspired me. Okay, so we actually we met at the Black in Fashion
event, yes,
right? At the Black Fashion
event, yes, and it was so good,
right?
Ooh.
And we met at a Black in Fashion event,
yes.
Okay, and you told me like you was doing fashion, but then you kind of like pivoted to marketing. So I want to learn a little bit about your journey, like where you're from, a little bit about like how you got started in your career, where you went to school at. So let us know what's up.
So Nigerian, first of all,
Hey,
through and through, Lagos, Nigeria. Shout out to us.
Yes, take me back with you when you go.
But raised in the States and lived in Brooklyn, then moved to Queens when I was in middle school.
Okay.
But I still finished middle school in Brooklyn.
Okay.
And then I did high school because once you're from Brooklyn, you're forever from Brooklyn.
I mean, I only been in New York 10 years, so I'm still making my way. But I've been living in Brooklyn for a while now. Okay. But I lived in Harlem too, and I lived in Long Island, and I lived in the Bronx.
Wait, where were you before New York?
Chicago. I'm born and raised in Chicago.
Okay, because there's an accent, and I'm like, that's not a New York accent.
Oh,
and
no.
I'm just like, what is that?
No, that's a Midwest girl. That's a Midwest accent. By way of family from Mississippi, but I'm from Chicago.
So then I did high school in Brooklyn also. I went to Maxwell, which is in East New York. And then I did college in Queens. I went to York. It's okay. I don't let me not say that. The thing is, I don't dislike York. It's just, I feel like I could have gotten more out of college if I just went to another school that had more creative offerings. I feel like York is good for someone who is, I don't know, not me. So, but I made the best out of it. So, like,
I had an issue like that too. I went to NIU. It wasn't creative. I transferred to Columbia, which was more creative. So I literally had to leave because it wasn't giving what it needed to give. It gave the college experience, living in the dorms, all that bullshit.
Girl, I wanted to live in a dorm so bad.
I was living in a dorm so bad, and I did it.
Tell me I was not going to live in a dorm.
And I did it for that first year, and I was like, hell no.
What happened?
I didn't like it. So first of all, they paired me with this white girl that was Polish that was just nasty as hell, and I just couldn't get with it. And then the second semester, I ended up making friends with a girl down the hall, and I moved in with her.
Oh, that's perfect.
But then when they're your friend or whatever, they think they can take all your shit. So it's just like living with a stranger was not my thing. And then living with somebody that's cool wasn't my thing. And also it was fashion merchandising, but they didn't have fashion design. So when I was like, no, I really want to be a designer, and like, not really want to be in business as much, I'm like, this ain't for me. So I did my little 1 year, transferred my credits, and I went to a art school after that. Ooh. Yeah, because I was like, no, this ain't. I just wanted to do that dorm experience. I got it. Got the college experience, and then I was like, okay.
I was itching for it so bad. I was doing little programs through high school that was supposed to be preparing me for the dormant experience. Girl, I still did not end up dorming. I still ended up at your college, down in Jamaica, Queens, where you have to stay home and go to school.
I understand.
Made the best out of it. Did a lot of like programs and stuff like that in school, like clubs, you know, that fun stuff just to like make it fun for yourself and make it feel like you're dormant even though you're not dormant. Like be in school as much as you can just so you can feel like you're living there, you know? Of course I dropped my phone.
That works.
So did that or whatever. I ended up working in nonprofit after college because during college I was a part of like a nonprofit program. Okay. So it was just an easy transition. Did nonprofit, worked as a program director at a nonprofit like shortly after that also. And then I was just itching for creativity. Oh, this is not what the Lord put me on this earth for. I need fashion. I need my fashion. Give me the pieces. I need to be surrounded with style. Girl, when I tell you I was itching to get out of nonprofit, but I want an intern in fashion. I don't know who goes from being a director to an intern, but that was me.
You had to do what you had to do.
Girl, so I interned at a fashion PR firm. Oh my gosh, I love them till this day. They're very, very kind people, seemingly. Seemingly, because I really don't know how people are when you truly work with them. Like, you know, when you're actually under, because when I interned, I worked for free. People don't really do that anymore nowadays. This was like that. This was like.
Yeah, nowadays they have to get paid or they have to get college credit. I got burned like that one time too. Like,
you told me. Yeah. This was like 8 years ago.
Yeah, now you got it. They're not getting college credit. Yeah, they're not getting college credit. They need to get minimum wage. It's one or the other, but ain't no in between.
Right. And I do think people deserve that, right? I don't think anyone should work for just for free.
Yeah, I agree.
Like I did. Don't do that. So basically did that. That was a lot of fun, but they didn't have any openings to hire me. So I was like, oh man, I gotta get back on the grind. And I was studying at FIT also for a little bit because I was like, oh, I'm itching for more fashion. The drug. I mean, some people do crack. I do fashion.
She said fashion.
So basically, I studied CAD, fashion art, and design at FIT. That was a lot of fun. Oh my gosh, that literally fed my soul. I can't even like describe what I love about FIT. You're a professor at FIT.
Yes, I am.
Okay, what I love about FIT is that the professors there are currently or previously have worked in the industry.
Absolutely. So they won't hire you if you haven't.
Honey, they are hands-on. When I say I was adopted, my professors as like uncles, like, hey, you're my uncle now. I love you and you're cool and like you're gonna show me everything.
Absolutely.
So I love them there, and their events are very intentional. It's not like, I don't know if it's because I came from York where things were just do things for a checklist, you know, when you just do it just to check the box.
Yeah.
Like FIT is very much like, no, we're bringing so-and-so public figure here to meet with you all and give you guys the game so you can learn from this and apply it to your own career. York didn't, not to compare, but like I was in awe of FIT because what I got there from a certificate program, I did not get from York in a bachelor's degree program. So that's why I was just like, wow, I'm getting, the value is higher and the certificate is not at the same level.
Yeah, it's not. And I feel like different schools offer different things. Like FIT is very much so the networking and like having the right contacts is what's going to get you far. Whereas like if you're in other career fields, maybe you're specialized in other ones or whatever, you need more of the education. Like you said, the box checking, like you got to have this, you got to have that. Whereas in fashion and in the creative space, it's sometimes about not what you know, but who you know.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. But also with the box checking at like the non-creative schools, it's even the activities are box checking. It's not even just like, oh, what you're doing for your major, check the box. But it's also like the fun activities that's supposed to like drive you out and give you like a break from all your studying and all that jazz. It's not
boring as hell.
Yeah, it's like I'm joining it to make it fun for myself, you know. So it's just box checking as well. So did that or whatever. FIT was literally, it's one of my favorite experiences in my life, and I just like I would probably go back there just to study something else for fun, like a whole different thing, just because like I just love the atmosphere and the environment. Like you can never stop learning. There was a lady I met who. She was one of the editor-at-large at Essence Mag, old enough to be our parents. Okay. And she studies on and off at FIT, over the years. And she says she never wants to stop. Mind you, she's decades into her field, killing it at a top level into her. And she's still educating. And she's still educating. She's like, you should never stop educating yourself.
I agree. I'm like that too. I literally just applied for the global fashion management masters at FIT.
Really?
Yeah, because I want to spend it. When you get the global fashion management master, first of all, they're gonna pay me more money because I got
come
that
on now, come on, coins. We love a little coin.
Not only that, we get to spend a week in Paris, we spend a week in Mexico, and we spend a week in Hong Kong because those are the 3 main supply chain places.
Okay, what?
And the school is gonna pay. Like when I originally applied for it, this is my second time applying for it. I didn't get in the first time, but when I originally applied, I wasn't a teacher though. Now I'm a teacher.
You see.
And I think at the time I was upset about it, but I'm like, everything is in due time because now I'm not going to pay what that tuition is as a teacher. So now I'm finna get it for like half the price.
You see, God! You see, oh my gosh.
Right.
Sometimes it's not a delay. It's just he's preparing you to get it at a better level.
So instead of being more in debt
amazing.
with these student loans, now you finna almost damn to get it for free.
Ooh.
And make more money because the school going to pay you more once you have a degree. Girl, I was like, in due time.
Oh, God is so good. Isn't that a testimony?
Won't he do it all the time? So
Amen.
I'm waiting to hear back. Hopefully I get in.
Wow. No,
but if not, I still work
powerful.
there. If I don't get in this year, I'm going to apply again next year. And I'm going to keep applying so they let me
Why not?
in.
You're
right.
there anyway, so do it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Wow.
And we don't have to pay the application fees no more. So I'm thinking I'm about to have to pay the application fee again, but since I am a teacher, I'm a faculty member, I don't have to pay the application fee. So I apply every year until I get in.
You're just going to keep applying.
Keep applying.
So they say yes.
So they say yes. Clearly.
And then I got into marketing after that.
Okay.
Yeah. And I've worked for various companies. I started off working for a really small company. And so I didn't like how I was treated. You treat me terrible. I wasn't about you.
Girl, I talk shit about them.
It's like you never existed.
I tell it a bit like, well, I don't like
this person.
I don't like this. I don't say person. I'll just say particular. The management at the time at this particular corporation. They may not be there. You know, it may not be the corporation's fault. But this particular time, I ain't like that person.
Oh my gosh. I was so hungry for fashion. I even once worked for a modeling agency.
Oh, nice.
That was...
Yo.
It was...
She's like, no, that wasn't
Girl, I was so unhappy.
No, I feel you.
I was so unhappy working there, but I was like, you know, I'm just doing what I do to get out, till I get out this job and get into another one. I just gotta work in fashion.
Right?
I need fashion. You're just so thirsty for it. You're just like, I was hungry for fashion.
You couldn't even help yourself. That's why it's hilarious.
You're over here unhappy at a job in the industry, and you're just like, well, I'm in fashion. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Like,
I think that we be so happy sometimes to like be in the room that we'll accept a lot of different things. I feel like just like throughout my career,
not anymore.
I know, not no more. But early in my career, I accepted a lot of different things that was not okay. And when I look back on it, I was like, damn, like they got you good. Like I was like, damn, you got girl. Because I think about the amount I was getting paid versus the hours when I was working, and I was like, oh, you got girl.
Oh, girl.
Welcome to New York. Like, that's literally how I felt. I was just like, damn.
No, it's not a New York thing because New York is us hustlers. Mm-hmm. So it's not you because I believe the other states make way less than New Yorkers.
Yeah. But in Chicago, I felt okay. I was in retail management a lot or whatever, but I made a nice amount. But when I got here, I feel like I took a somewhat of a pay cut because I came from retail and I was going into corporate. And when I got here, I was in a master's program too at LIM. That was some bullshit too, by the way. Like some schools is just not it.
You didn't like LIM?
No, I did not.
And I used to have a friend who liked LIM so much. He
undergrad
like,
and masters.
He was like, I'm going there over FIT.
Undergrad and masters. When I went there for their graduate program, for their master's program.
He was there for the undergrad.
Undergrad might be better. So for me, when I got in that master's program, when I tell you every project, every assignment, every book that we did in that master's program was shit I did in undergrad. I literally was copying and pasting and just changing the date and resubmitting.
You learned nothing.
Not a damn thing.
Wow.
Nothing. Not nothing. Literally same project, same book, same everything.
Anything with Parsons?
I don't think I have. No, I have. I applied for a position there, like as an adjunct professor or whatever. But I mean, FIT just ended up being the one. But I applied for everybody who had like an adjunct pool. But no, and I was going at the time. I was like, fuck New York. I'm moving to Atlanta. I'm going to SCAD.
Where the rent is cheaper.
Right.
And the houses are bigger.
Right. And my mentor from high school told me she thought I was giving up on New York too fast. She was like, Lenise, you're giving up too fast. Like, I know it's different. You know, it's a curve. Like, it's definitely a learning curve. Like, but She told me, that's what I said, it's always about who you know.
Yeah.
She told me to go talk to her cousin. She's like, go talk to my cousin. My cousin works in fashion. And I'm just like, everybody works in fashion. I want to talk to your cousin. I'm ready to go.
Everybody think they're
write me this recommendation letter, girl. Like, that's really what I wanted. I'm like, just write this recommendation letter. And she's like, no, go talk to my cousin. I went to talk to her cousin. This was a black man from Chicago who had his own spot in the garment district. He had a handbag and outerwear company, and he sold to Burlington.
And we know the garment district is expensive. Their rent is expensive.
He sold to Burlington. He sold to Macy's. He sold to Ross. Look, I was just like, he's like, I can't afford you, but I want to help you out. So you going to work here for about 6 months or whatever. Now I'm going to pay you. And then we're going to put on your resume, you've been working here for 3 years just so you get your foot in the
Look at God!
Hooked me up. Still my mentor to this day. To this day, that's my homie. He hooked me up because he had a small business, so I got a chance to do everything. I did product development, I did design, I did production, I did EDI, I did sales, I ran the showroom. He was really never there once he hired me. I was the ones I was there. So it worked out because I learned how to do every aspect of the business, the merchandising, everything. Even girl, I was in there doing accounts receivable and accounts payable. I was collecting checks and calling people to pay us. I was calling look, like, where's our money at?
Like, I'm learning every department.
Yes, Burlington, where's the check at? Because we already shipped the goods, Burlington. Where's the money, Burlington? When y'all sending the money, okay?
I love it. Oh my God.
Right. See, and I like, girl, won't he do it? God
won't
he do it? Yeah, right.
God really looks out for real.
From a like once you like transition over into marketing and stuff like that, and you were able to look back into fashion or whatever, what are some, I ain't gonna say mistakes, but like what are some of the things that you see the designers were doing that they could be doing better, like emerging designers?
Okay, because the top designers already, they have the budget.
Yeah, they got it. But like a smaller designer, what areas do you feel like they could maybe thrive more from a marketing standpoint?
I think developing a target customer. Okay. Don't just throw things out there and say, hey, it's for everybody, just shop, just buy. I just want to make a sale. No, like, of course you want to make a sale. You need the money, right? But develop a customer, like some people call it avatar, some people call it different things, but just knowing who your customer is. Where does she or he shop? Where does she or he work? You know, and what does she or he like to do on her free time or his free time? I love that. And then cater to that person. Gotcha. I think emerging designers don't think to do that because they're just trying to, like, the funds are so little. I just
gonna love my customers because part of that program, they gotta write a story from the time they customer wake up to the time they customer go to sleep. Because you need to be able to satisfy a lot of her needs if you're going to be a lifestyle brand, right?
You need to fit into her life.
Exactly. And where she shop. Yeah. In the store, you better put, like, her brands and different things. What she using for perfume, what she putting on. Like, you got to be so descriptive. I make them do it, and they always get stuck. I'm like, I don't care. From she wake up to when she go to sleep. And when after you do that, then we'll move on.
And can she afford your prices?
Exactly.
A woman that's living in whatever that lifestyle is that you create, that's your avatar or whatever, your target customer, can she afford the prices, or your price is too low? Because maybe the prices are also too low to where she overlooks your pieces and she's like, it's not a great, you know, maybe it's
people look at stuff and be like, that's too cheap and will not buy it. Somebody told me that about my services one time, that they were too low. Like, I was just like, and I learned it, actually it was Brandis Daniels from Harlem Fashion Row. When Brandis did that first designer retreat,
she's such a nice woman.
When we did
met her like one time, and she was the sweetest.
We did that first designer retreat, and I sucked because I was working a lot, so I had a job at the time, but I also was running my company, like it was like my side hustle, so I was in and out. Another time, just so coincidentally that week, I made a dress for Shanice Flex Alexander's wife. I love your smile. So I had ran to Times Square to do her fitness. So I kept leaving the retreat. Right. So I came back in when I think we were at Nike, and Brandis was standing by the door. And she was just like, you keep coming in and out. I'm like, girl, I got a lot going on. Da, da, da. And then I end up showing her like one of my little, I guess it's like my business card that has like all my information on there or whatever. And she was just like, we should talk after this. So retreat ended. We ended up having dinner at a hotel in Soho. And she's like, I think you're sitting on a gold mine. And what I am going to tell you is that you're going to quit your job in 6 months. She ain't never lied, though. I'll tell you that. So that happened in the summertime. I end up losing.
Prophesy.
She did. She prophesied. But she also looked at my thing. She was like, this is too cheap, though. She was just like, I would never, trust that. And I got pattern making on there, sample making.
And like she different works with a lot
of brands. So she like, but you're not charging enough and you sitting on a gold mine and you're not charging enough. And I was like, okay. And then she kind of gave, yes, I did. She gave me.
I was gonna say I know some of your rates.
Yeah,
and
they
not,
up there now.
They're not 2 cents.
Oh, I learned a lot. But back then, girl, I was even my consultations back then. My consultations was $30.
No.
Now my consultations are $350.
Come on.
But back then, I didn't know no better. It was my side hustle, you know. I didn't know, but she really did, and she gave me like my first like set of clients and stuff like that. Like she was sending them like clockwork, like work with this person, work with this person, work with this person. So I can credit a lot to like my beginning success to her. Yeah, that's why I always make sure I go to her events and I support her events, stuff like that, because she really did put me in that space and really like spoke life into me. Like when I didn't know what I wanted, because I went to the designer retreat thinking that I was gonna still design. I was trying to get my inspiration back. Right. And I'm just like, I want to design. And she told me that too. She's like, yeah, I want to design one of these. She said, you want to help people. You want to be a teacher. And that's okay. If you want to design, do it whenever you feel like it, when you feel like the creative juice, but don't put so much pressure on yourself. She said, that's not your passion. Your passion is clearly teaching. Your passion is clearly this. I was just like, but I started as a designer. It doesn't matter how you started. What you like and what I see from you and the way you speak, you speaking about helping others. You speaking about production. I was just like, all right, sis, you right.
Why you have to be right though?
You have to be right though. I don't want to design. You're right, I want to design shit. I'm lazy. I say I'm a lazy designer. I am a lazy designer. I am a simple person. Like I do not be doing too much. I'm like, I'm a set girl. Give me a jumpsuit, but like I'm not like, I like to create. Yeah. I'm a creator. I like bringing something. I like looking at something and knowing that I can make it. And that stopped my ass from shopping too. Because I see some shit and I'm like, I can make that. I ain't gonna make it. But the fact that I know that I can stops me from shopping.
I know how to pattern make.
Right. I can make that.
I can source the fabrics.
Right, and I ain't never gonna make shit, but I'm like very rarely make stuff for myself. Oh my but I know how, and it stops me from shopping. But sometimes you need somebody else to like speak life into you, like you to really know, like, you know what, this is your call and this is not your call. I'm like, it took her telling me, like, girl, give it up. Like the whole design thing, focus on that. And when I focused in on LC, that's what it flourished. It flourished. It did. My cup runneth over.
Come on, Lord.
That was the year her first designer retreat. That was 5 years ago.
Wow.
2018. Yeah.
You know what emerging designers also struggle with, in my opinion, like developing a true and thorough content schedule, or a true and thorough marketing schedule and a marketing strategy. I don't feel like they truly hone in on that. I think they'll say, yeah, they want to do something for a specific time, but I don't think they stick to the strategy and really flesh out every part of what that strategy would be and really like go full throttle with it. Gotcha. You know, or like at least plan for like a month of content, like for the next 2 months, this is what we're doing, and like,
lay it all out.
I don't feel like they do that. I feel like they would just plan for, okay, let's just post something today or this week, and it doesn't. And it's not telling the whole story and like staying consistent within the brand strategy. No. Yeah, I think that with marketing, they literally just, I think it's an afterthought. The main thought is the product. It is. And I be trying to, like, I feel like I try to sway them. That's why I know this partnership is going to be great, because I'm just like, because I talked to a customer today and I was like, well, okay, you did your photo shoot and you posted your pictures. So what's your sales strategy? What's your marketing strategy? She was like, I'm posting my pictures. That's the strategy.
And I was just like, well, because she didn't know what to do for production. Yeah. Like how many units? I'm like, you're never going to know what to do for production if you don't have a sales strategy. You should have developed that before you even posted those pictures, because then you would actually have an idea of what type of units and the amount of units to do for certain styles. You literally just pushed everything out. You could have did a particular product at a time.
I was going to say, why didn't she do it little by little?
She's like, but I told her that. I told her that afterwards. She's like, oh, instead of showing everything, yeah, duh, because now your content gonna get stale because people look at the same shit over and over again, sis. But yeah, but I think this is gonna be great.
Or do like small little collections of like four.
Right, like doing small, but she just literally just pushed everything out, and now, you know. But I'm just like, it's okay, you know. But we'll do like some type of like workshop or something like that to like even just like kind of draw them in, and then that way they know
something new.
Right, and then that way they can, you know how to like utilize your services too. But I'm like, we might need to do like a little like a little workshop, like a little talk of like, okay, this is like the 10 mistakes that designers make when they don't think about marketing and stuff like that, and then you just wheel them on in, girl. Because they know they're going to need you anyway, okay? All right. So before we wrap up, I want to give me my segment is called It's a Muse.
Yes, girl. You know I was watching the podcast, so I know this part.
It's a muse, so give me a mantra, a quote, a prayer, anything like that that keeps you pushing through. That you want to show another creative. It's on. The mic is on.
I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me.
Come on, amen.
That is, girl, when I said that got me through this year, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me.
I told you on my place. I'm like, this year was very challenging.
Girl.
It's coming down to an end, but I'm like, you know what? And what I've been saying a lot is you can't live in faith and live in fear at the same time. No. Like, you gotta surrender. Exactly. You know, and I feel like I be worrying, and I'm pretty sure and I try not to be stressing my team out, and I'm just like, take a breath, because this morning I almost snapped. And I literally had to be like, Lenise, first of all, calm down. I prayed. I sat there and I prayed. I'm like, you know what? I know you got me. I know you got me, so I'm just going to shut up.
And to have faith in God is
like,
knowing that everything is going to work out. Therefore, there's no need for fear.
Exactly.
Because you believe He got you.
He got me. I was like, you know what? I'm over here stressing. I just looked up. I'm like, I know I'm over here stressing.
Yeah.
But I know you got me. So let me calm my butt down.
Yeah.
Take a breath.
Yeah.
Everything gonna be all right.
God is always in control.
Always right. I love that.
And God's plan is always better than our plan. We think we know it all and we plan everything to a T. God be like, no, I got something better for you.
Right. Just
and
when
you
you
think
thought
your world is upside down. Like, I felt like my world was upside down. Child. But God was like, I got something better for you.
Right. I hear that.
And it's beautiful. Like God.
And I feel like He do that every time. It's like a turning point. Like for me, when I was going into 30.
Yeah.
When I was 29, it was just a lot of just jacked up stuff, like bad breakup, like losing my job, all type of stuff. And this is the same thing that just happened. I'm about to be 35 in January.
Oh, come on
Same
now.
thing. Bad breakup, business was hard, a lot of crazy things going on. I'm like, you know what? It's that new chapter rolling around again. It's that 5 years or whatever. Because 30, and then my 30 was perfect. 30, 31, 32, 33 was perfect. 34 has been fucking hell. But I'm like, I'm getting prepared for something better. And 35 is gonna be it. I'm going on a solo vacation.
Is gonna be better than 34.
And I'm leaving I'm leaving 30 days from today. I'm leaving on January 1st, and I'm going to Curacao for a week for my solo vacay. I'm gonna take it all in, and then for the month of December, I'm doing a dry December, which I did when I first turned 30. No alcohol, no nothing, just literally fasting and stuff.
Abs. 2
Look
pack.
at me.
6 pack. Abs. Watch. I'm telling you, when you cut out liquor,
you definitely do. Well, thank you so much for joining me.
We
gonna get us another little thing going on in the studio and do some stuff in the new year, especially during Fashion Week. I got a couple ideas that I want to do, like workshops and stuff like that, because a lot of people come in town. We got it. But as I always say, people, stay black. Peace out.
Bye.
See? Isn't that easy?